Well, hey guys, as many of you may know, have been a Lowe's ambassador for a while now. That's what was with the Flex videos and stuff like that. Well, I thought it might be kind of cool to go a little bit off the rails and show you guys some stuff that Lowe's sent me this week. Maybe I start showing some of the stuff that they're sending me regularly. Also, we're still shooting in full 4K like the last video, but we've added a lot more light. So let me know down below what you guys are thinking of the shot now. Anyway, let's get into this. Lowe's sent me this box. We're going to take a look at it together and see what's in here. And I get this question every time. I literally bought this knife just to be my unboxing knife. So that is it right there. It is a little Gerber, and it kind of almost looks like a straight razor type of knife. But I will try to go ahead and link this down below for you guys. A lot of people keep asking. It's not expensive. I want to say this thing's like 15, 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll stick it down there. It is cool. I don't know how it holds up in real, usage all the time, but it's a really neat looking little knife, and I use it to unbox everything here at the desk. So if you want one that looks like this, I'll have it down there. So let's go ahead and pop this open and see what Lowe's sent me this week. They usually send me product samples anywhere 1-2 times a month, just depending, and I get to check them out. Sometimes I make videos about them. It just depends on what type of thing it is. Clear back to where, we had the Knipex from Lowe's video and that kind of thing. It's just, you never know what they're going to send you. Now, 2 weeks ago, I was sent 2 of the Werner linking platforms, and I haven't shown those anywhere yet other than, I think, on Facebook and Instagram. So it just depends on what it is, where I'll put it online. I don't like to just spam you guys with stuff you don't want to see, but I get a lot of kind of neat stuff. Okay, well, that'll explain what's in here. See if you can guess before you even see the rest of the stuff in the box. Just from the t-shirt that came. Nothing beats the shark. What could that be at Lowe's? Yeah, Sharkbite. Okay, so we're going to have to talk about these just a little bit while we're getting into them and talk about what I actually do use some of this type of stuff for. But first, let's see what they actually sent me. There's a bag in here from Sharkbite, and that is it besides packing that's in the box. So we have this big blue bag from Sharkbite. We're going to see what they sent us. So to start off with, wow, the Pro Grade pipe cutter from them. And I'll go ahead and actually just pop this one out of the pack so we don't have all that glare on the screen. I've looked at this one a few times, but this is a fairly expensive little cutter, and I usually find myself using my Knipex cutters and that kind of stuff, so I've never bought one of these. But look at the cutter on that. That is, see the angle in that blade? That is kind of legit right there. We might go grab some pecs here in a second, and I'll throw some B-roll on here for you guys to see how this thing actually cuts pecs. That is a super comfortable handle too. I'm kind of impressed. So, next tool is the Pro Disconnect tool right here. And this one I kind of want to do a demonstration of too, and I'll probably do some reels and TikToks on it. This actually takes off Sharkbites. Like, you know how big of a pain it could be to take a Sharkbite fitting apart. Once it's on, you put it on, it has a little leak, and you have to re-pull it and reset it or something because you did something wrong, didn't clean the piping up, whatever. They're a pain. That's supposed to make it a lot easier. Let's go ahead and demonstrate a couple of these tools here. Might be kind of fun. This is these really sharp dealios here with that angle, and we're cutting 1/2-inch pecs right here. So let's just get that where you can see exactly what happens. I mean, that is borderline completely effortless. That blade is just a neat design that I've not really seen. I think one of my big PVC cutters has a blade design like that, but really neat. And it actually has Allen screws right here in the top where you could take that blade out. So I assume you can probably get a replacement for that, but you should be able to. This is a really expensive little tool. Now, the Sharkbite removal tool. I really want to try this. Let's cut this right in the middle, just for grins. Now we've got our brake here. Let's grab a Sharkbite and throw it on here. since we got bags and bags of them, we might as well play, right? Okay, so I'm going to do this with a straight coupling right here. And that's what, you know, a straight coupling Sharkbite. You have your little white sleeve in the end, each end, brass coupling here. We're going to press these together. We've got what looks to be a pretty good fitting, all the way in nice and deep. Make sure my other cuts were really nice. You use the good end. Put it in. And that is, if you're not familiar with it, that's a Sharkbite connection right there. So this tool is supposed to make this dramatically easier to take off. So you have pipe and fitting. And we're going to see how difficult this can be. Pops right on. And let's see. Pipe and fitting. Okay. Right here. This is how it goes. Just like that on that fitting. So your stainless side is over here. Your brass looking side is there. And basically it'll fit all the sizes. So you can just squeeze it. Okay. Now, you're literally seeing me do this for the first time I've ever used one of these rapid release tools. That was freaking impressive. If you've ever fought with one of these, with one of the little plastic ring deals to get this sucker apart, wow. That's amazing. Let's do the other end. So, it just literally snaps in. I want to show you guys that really well. You've got your Sharkbite here. You bring this up, and it's got these little deals, and it literally just snaps in. And now, make sure that on this end, your pipe is seated. You're seated right around that ring, so you're squeezing it evenly. And then you literally just squeeze, and it depresses that entire ring, and you can just... Okay, say whatever you want about Sharkbite. I totally understand, but the fact is we run into these that people have already installed all the time, and that is sweet right there. Life-saving, you might say. I love it. So, if you didn't get anything else out of this video and you never use a Sharkbite in your whole life and you just swear against them completely, that tool right there might be worth throwing on your truck just for the pain in the butt factor that those things can be to take off. That is impressive right there. And that's a really nice pipe cutter as well that they sell if you're just cutting pecks. That's great. I do really like the Knipex as well though, so... You know how I am around here. And I run into Sharkbites on the job site all the time where homeowners or someone has already done the job or tried to do the job before I got there and it didn't work out for them maybe so well. Usually get a little letter that tells me what I'm supposed to do with my stuff. But Lowe's sends this stuff out, and here's my little disclaimer on this. They send this stuff out, and we have no regulation on us to say good things about it, anything. We're not even required to make this video. This is me. I just wanted to share this with you guys. It's kind of fun opening boxes, especially opening boxes and sharing them with y'all. So I wanted to go ahead and do that, but this is not me doing a pitch for Sharkbite. This is just me showing you guys what came, okay? You've never seen a Sharkbite on this channel, I don't think. Other than you'll see a few in my drawer because I do carry one bag of them. And that's what I'm mainly excited about here is these are extremely expensive. And that is why the only thing I really use them for with what I do is as a temporary repair. So if I go in, a pipe's busted and maybe I don't have on the truck what it's going to take to fix it, I can usually Sharkbite it. Say it's 8 o'clock at night, you know, all the supply houses are closed. I can go ahead and get that customer water until tomorrow. That's what I use it for. And, you know, they're really, really nice for that. So they sent me a pack of 4 quarter-turn stops right there to play with. I bet those are not cheap. But caps, too. Now, this is one thing where I really like a Sharkbite. If you work on, you know, changing shower valves, anything like that, and you disconnect it, and maybe you want to be able to leave the water on for the customer the rest of their house, they sent me 4 caps. And these are one thing that I use a lot, especially if you have the little removal tool and you're not trying to wrestle these back off. You can pop these little caps on and they're just reusable. Stop the water coming out of the pipe, get your job done, reconnect everything, and you've inconvenienced your customer very little. So the caveat to Sharkbites to me is really use them where you need something to get you through, and then I replace it with something permanent. Now, these are supposedly good to put on permanently, and there are people out there who will say that that's what they do, and that may be totally fine. I've been in houses where I could swear these have been there for as long as they've made Sharkbites. They look so rough, and they're still not leaking, and they're doing fine. So there is that. But in my case, the only time I've seen one of these fail has been from improper installation. If you did not clean the pipe well enough, you did not get a square cut on the pipe, you left shavings in there, you didn't make sure the little plastic sleeve was aligned with the center of the pipe when you seated it. There's all of those things that can cause, well, anything to fail. Even the ProPress fittings. If you don't line up your stuff right and do your job properly, it's not going to work out. So install them properly if you use these, and you'll probably be fine. But for me, I use them as temporary get a customer buy solutions that get me through to tomorrow when I can do it right. So they sent me a bag of 1/2x1/2 90s here also. So those are really nice. You get one busted in a corner. And that is the main place that I've seen people that use the brass parts for PEX, the brass ones with the stainless crimp rings. The only parts I've ever seen fail have been the brass. In the corners, I've seen corners blow through, and I don't know if it's just something to do with the water or maybe it was an improperly made fitting, but that is a repair that I've run into, and it's not very many times, but it is the only real repair that I think I've run into on those kind of fittings. So just kind of an interesting thing there for me. And they sent me 3 of these valves, and these are actually super handy. If you get under and they don't have a main shutoff on the house and you don't have a different way to do it real quick, instead of capping things, you can put this on so you can go ahead and test everything through your whole job, whatever. It's really nice to have Sharkbite valves that you can use, and I usually only carry like 2 of each type of these, so this is almost like a whole new truck restock for me. Thanks a lot, Lowe's. I really appreciate it. These are really nice to have as emergency backup supplies. And then of course some straight couplings, and those are another, it's almost like they know the items that I will actually use. We have straight couplings, 90s, plugs, valves, and quarter turns. It's all items that you can use to get a quick repair done and get your house back online tonight instead of tomorrow. To me, sometimes that's really worth it to a customer or yourself even. I've been in some circumstances, even at my house, where I had pipes bust during, we had an extremely cold winter that we don't have here, went down in the -30s, and pipes were busting all over town. And I was so glad I had a stock of all kinds of stuff like this. I could go under and get one repaired really fast and back online. So just kind of unique little stuff. And I wanted to share with you guys a little taste of what Lowe's sends me all the time to take a look at. And who knows, they may want me to make a video on Sharkbite tools, but they haven't asked me yet. So we'll see. And I like to always be completely honest with you guys about what I actually use a tool for, and these are an extremely controversial item. Go ahead and say whatever you need to say in the comments down below. That's totally fine. I've been really upfront with how I use these, and I hope you guys enjoyed checking this out with me. Thank y'all for being here, and we'll see you guys on the next video.